Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a book review for you. I had shot this once, it was full of spoilers, and I wasn't happy with it. So here I am, shooting it again, because I want to do a spoiler-free review of the Mistborn Trilogy. This is the first Mistborn Trilogy, the first book being Mistborn: The Final Empire, the second book being The Well of Ascension, and the third book being The Hero of Ages. This trilogy is written by Brandon Sanderson, and I have to tell you, this is a 5 out of 5 star series from me. In this first book, we meet our band of characters, and we get to know the world that is this book series. Now, I have to tell you, this world is phenomenal. The magic system in this book is phenomenal. It is all based on metals. So if you swallow certain metals, you gain certain magical powers. Some people, known as Mistborn, can use all of them, and some people can only use just one, and they are called Mistings. So when it comes to this book, you meet Vin early on, you meet Kelsier and his band early on, and what happens is Kelsier ends up recruiting Vin for this crew to overthrow the leader of their country, known as the Lord Ruler, who is basically God in their eyes. There's religions based around him, and all of these interesting things. The character development that happens through the entire series is astounding. Vin in the beginning is not Vin by the end. And this world is so interwoven and so well created. Like, you can tell that Brandon Sanderson knew exactly where he wanted this whole series to go. And all in all, this whole adventure, this whole series was fantastic. I loved all 3 books. Audiobook, reading them, they are well written, the person who does the audiobooks on them is very wonderful to listen to. So if you prefer audiobooks, I would definitely check these out on there. I could go on and on about the magic that is this book series. A lot of people have the really pretty white covers where it's all misty, but for me, that doesn't matter. Like, the content of these books makes it so that I don't care how pretty the cover is. I have to own it. I have to loan it to everybody I know. The way this series ends, like, by the time I got there, I wasn't surprised, I have to say, because of the way the story and the world was built. You can tell by the end of the series that Brandon Sanderson's just a genius, and he had it all planned out from the beginning. And how he filled it in the middle was this wonderful, articulate journey. This book is very based on politics and religion, and I really enjoyed all of that. There are characters that, are scholars on religion, and they still don't believe a single one, and you've got people who question authority, you've got this godlike figure ruling the country, and is he right? Is he wrong? Does he really know what he's doing? And you have your leaders of your crew. You've got Kelsier, who is an interesting character in and of himself. It is very much a wonderful journey that is this series. If you stopped at the Final Empire, you're crazy. You have to go on. It is so good. This trilogy in its entirety is so wonderful, and this world is so wonderful. That's why Brandon Sanderson has written another series in this world, and he's going to write another one after that at least. I mean, he has plans to stay in this world and to continue to write in there for quite a long time. So I am really super excited to have finally been introduced to this world. I mean, it took me, like a year, almost a year and a half of my husband talking to me about Brandon Sanderson and the Mistborn Trilogy for me to actually pick it up and to start reading it and listening to it. And I don't regret a minute of it. Not a single one. And to me, that is the sign of a good series. When it's one of those where you immediately want to go on to the next book. I mean, on my January TBR, I've already got the new series in this world on it, like the first book in it. I want to get going. My husband's reading it as well right now. So we have a physical copy and a digital copy. And so he's reading his digital copy because he likes the e-readers as opposed to physical books. I like physical books. So I'm actually going to be reading that along with him. I'm hoping to get the first 3 and the 4, because the next series is going to be 4 books. I'm hoping to get the first 3 read by the end of February in that series, and this is just such a wonderful journey. I mean, I'm obsessed with this world. I mean, this whole huge world that Brandon has created called the Cosmere, that weaves through all of his books, is just, I don't know how he keeps it all straight in his head. Like, he's a genius. And once you've read this entire series, like, you will understand the genius that he is. And from there, I plan on finishing this series. I plan on completing all of Brandon Sanderson's works up to date this calendar year. And so I've got quite a bit of reading from him to do. You're going to hear a lot about him on my channel, and I'm sorry if you don't like him. You can just not watch those videos. And I really wanted to do a spoiler-free review of these books for you, for the series in general, because I think a lot of people like bought the books because they're pretty, but they haven't read them. And I think you need to read them. Read Brandon Sanderson if you haven't. Because Brandon Sanderson, I'm way on the Brandon Sanderson party train. I was late to the game, but believe me, I am full bore on this Brandon Sanderson train now. So that is all I have to say today. I know this was a bit of a gush about Brandon Sanderson, but I really hope that you will go and check out this Mistborn Trilogy and thoroughly enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, let me know why down below. I'd like to learn why people wouldn't like it, so that as I recommend books, I can be aware of those kind of things. So thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.